three types of players. There are three types of people who are going to purchase whatever it is: commodity, equity, real estate, art, whatever you can think of that you can do a bid and ask for. There's three types. First, you have the buyers. That's obvious. The buyers are trying to lower the price. This is very important. Buyers are trying to lower the price. This is kind of counterintuitive. Most people, buyers are trying to lower the price. Alright. Buyers are trying to lower the price. Buyers are trying to get the price to go down because they want to take money from the sellers. Because if the buyers buy something cheaper than what it really is, because really the buyers think that it's worth a little bit higher than what they're trying to buy it for, and they always are trying to get just a little bit more away, and you sneak away with a little bit of equity when they purchase. Sellers are the exact opposite. They are trying to get a higher price. Sellers are always selling. They're trying to sell for a higher price. This is the opposite of the buyers. They have an idea of what they think whatever that thing is, and it's in the middle of something, but it's a little bit higher than what the buyers are asking for. But they don't want to go for exactly what what they think it is worth. So they're trying to take money from the buyers at that moment. So there's always a bid-ask spread, and however wide that spread is depends on a number of factors, and we'll talk about that later. So there's always a bid and an ask spread, and those are the first two players. The second player, most people don't pay attention to, but they are extremely important, and you should always be aware of the third player, because the third player kind of moves the market again. So the third player is the person who's just sitting on the side waiting. The third player, they sit on the side and wait and hope for an opportunity to take advantage of the other two. So at any given time, you have three types of people. You have people who are trying to buy at that specific moment. You have people who are trying to sell at that specific moment, and then you have people who are trying to who are waiting at that moment. Okay, that's very important. And let's continue. What makes the market move? I'm training a partner to help me analyze and assess trades, and you should also have someone like that too. You should always have. Doing any kind of investing alone is kind of prideful, and there's no one in the world that's perfect enough to always do everything right. I spent hours and hours trying to explain this point, actually these 2 points, and actually the next 3 are all the same thing. So what makes the market move? What makes the market stand still? And whose money are you taking? Okay, so I want to explain something that he had a hard time with, and he had a hard time understanding. Let's just say you're in a stock of some sort, okay? Whatever stock that is. Okay. If I were going to buy something, okay, whatever. What's this other chart here? I don't know. Okay, whatever. This is the gold futures over here. let's say you're a genius and you bought gold right here, and you bought it for 1166. Okay, you bought it. Now, you bought it and you decide to hold. Now, at this moment, at this second, right here, you have a buyer and a seller. The buyer bought from the seller. The seller is thinking it's going to go down. Look, it's going down. It's going down here. The seller's thinking it's going to keep going down, and the buyer thinks it's going to go up. So they argue and debate about the price, and then finally they both decide to jump in. So we have a seller and a buyer. Now, let's just say you were the buyer and you bought it for 1166, and you hold on to it for a couple of days. You're holding on to it for a while now. You bought it, right? So, and whatever, the price is going up. I don't like to say the price is going up. That implies that the market has some kind of life or breath or whatever. The truth is, the price is getting bid up, and that's what's happening. The price is getting bid up, and all right, you know what? Let me just say it. These people up here are giving you money. They're giving you their money. All these people here, everybody here is giving you their money. Now, it may not make sense to you now, but I'll try to explain as much as possible. But let's just say you hold on to it for, doesn't matter how long, whatever. You buy, if you bought something, that means in order for you to get out of this trade, you have to sell. So in order for you to make money, you would have to become a seller. Let's say you decided to become a seller right here this day, 1312, and you bought it down to 1100. You made, whatever, close to whatever. Let's just say you bought it exactly, and you made $200. You made exactly $200. You didn't know. Let's just say you're not going to sell. You sell it. You didn't sell it yet. You're going to sell it, and you want to sell it for exactly $200, and you're going to sell it for whatever, 1366, somewhere around here. Actually, look, 1366 is somewhere around here. So then it is time for you to sell, right? Now, you bought down here somewhere, and when you bought, there was an action. There's only two actions that you've done so far. On this action, you had to go through the bid-ask spread. Up here, you're going to have to make the same decision. You're going to make a bid-ask spread. As a seller, you are trying to sell at a high price. So you actually become a seller. You're not selling to make money. You're not selling to open. You're selling to close. So right here, you bought to open. So you bought to open. You bought hoping, and you opened the position. And here, up here, you're going to sell to close. You're going to sell to close, and you're going to try to get a higher price than what the buyers are trying to buy it for. And then somehow you exit, and you made $200. And you think yourself, you're an awesome, smart, super person. Now, let's just take it at a different perspective. You are a seller. And I'm going to look at it from a point of view where the seller is going to make money. So let's just look at this point here. And there's always ups and downs, always. Right here, let's just say you sold right here for $12.69. You sold. Well, you know what? You're attempting to sell. You're attempting to sell, and I want you to always think about that specific moment. There's always a specific moment of action that's happening. In this specific moment, you are attempting to sell. Okay? And you are trying to sell at a higher price than what the buyers are trying to buy for. So technically, the sellers are trying to drive the market up, which is kind of counterintuitive, but you're trying to sell at a higher price. And you get in for $12.69. Okay, you get in for $12.69, and right now you sold to open. There's a person out there who's trying to buy to open, and he bought to open, and he sold you a position, and you guys are both right now tied at the hip. One of you guys are saying it's going to go up, and one of you guys are saying it's going to go down. Now, it starts to go down, and it's going down, 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 and just say you're a smart person, and you decide to sell straight down here, and you made $100, right? It goes down. Actually, wait, no, I keep stopping myself. You don't sell. You have to again make another transaction. The transaction is going to be again between buyers and sellers. And if you sold to open, then you're going to become a buyer now. Okay? You're going to become a buyer in order to get out. Because if you sold to open, then you have to buy to close. So if you sold up here, in order to make your money, you'd have to buy down here. And you would make, well, after you did again the transaction again, after you did the transaction again, and you go through this bid-ask spread again, then you would make money. This is a very confusing part. People don't understand, and they think it's bad and wrong. How can you sell something you don't own?